Hey folks, this is Bailey from Dank Wargaming, and today we're going to be looking at how the fly keyword interacts with the charge phase in the game Warhammer 40,000. Let's get to it. Alright folks, before we get going too far, I'd like to shout out my teammate Matt who did these wonderful Death Guard and this wonderful Thousand Sun Sorcerer miniature on the back here that are going to fight my Dark Angels on this side of the wall. Now, before we get going too far, we need to get to the relevant source material. So you need to go to the Warhammer community page, go to their FAQ section, find the Warhammer 40,000 rulebook FAQ from September 27th, 2019, and go down to the errata section that involves the movement phase. That's where we'll find the new and most current rulings for fly keyword units in the charge phase. So if we read the section on it, it says change the second paragraph to read, if the datasheet for a model says it can fly, then during the movement phase it can move across models as if they were not there, and when moving across terrain features, vertical distance is not counted against the total it can move, i.e. moving vertically is free for this model in the movement phase. If the datasheet for a model says it can fly, then during the charge phase it can move across models other than buildings, keyword, as if they were not there. So looking at our tactical board here, you can see that we have a wall which is not technically a building. A wall can be different things, so it's just going to be there, and we have Marines on either side of the wall fighting each other, and then we have the Sorcerer in the background and my Smash Captain here. Now, according to the FAQ, if my Smash Captain wanted to charge this Sorcerer, he could. Alright, he is within 12 inches of him, which means he can be declared as a legal charge target. But the key thing here is that he does not need to charge around the combat that's going on. He can actually fly directly over it, thanks to this FAQ ruling. So let's try that here. I've got 2 dice. I roll it. I roll a mighty 11. Let's see if I even need it. So I'll get my measuring stick here. No, he's even within 12. So I'm going to take my Smash Captain here and fly him to that side of the Sorcerer because I don't want him to fight the Plague Marines, and that is a legal move because my Smash Captain has a jump pack which gives him the fly keyword, and in the charge phase he can fly over intervening models as long as they're not buildings and fight in the fight phase afterwards. So he can fly over his own troops, he can fly over terrain features like this wall, and he can fly over enemy troops. Very important skill to have. In this tactical situation, we've added one of those keyword building terrain features. Now, the reason why this ruling was made where you cannot ignore vertical distance on buildings is that at some of the major tournaments in the last few years, players were deep striking more than 9 inches away, base to base, but within 12 inches, base to base of enemy models, up high on tall buildings, and then charging directly down. And they argued because they could ignore vertical distances because they could fly, this meant that it was a 0-inch charge, they didn't have to roll the dice, and they just automatically made it into combat, which the game designer said was not the spirit of the game. So now when performing a charge with a fly keyword model, you have to account for not just the horizontal distance, but the vertical distance down to the target. So in this situation, I have a Smash Captain up on a building who wants to charge this Chaos Sorcerer, Thousand Sun Sorcerer. He's within 12 easily. And now I'm going to declare this charge, so I'm going to take my dice. I'm going to roll a 9. So it's going to take me a little over 3 inches to get to the wall. And then coming down the wall, it is a little over 3 inches itself, so I can come down off the wall. And then I have 3 more inches to sort of wiggle around onto the side here to fight him. So that is how you perform a charge with a fly keyword now, according to the September FAQ. If there is a building terrain feature between you and your charge target, you have to account for the vertical distance down. You cannot ignore vertical distance anymore. Here in this final tactical situation, we're going to look at how the fly keyword interacts with the flyer role and aircraft keyword in Warhammer 40,000. So if you look at this flyer here, which is a Ravenwing Dark Talon for the Dark Angels, it has a keyword called Airborne, which a lot of flyer role models in this game have, and it states that this model cannot charge, can only be charged by units that can fly, and can only attack or be attacked in the fight phase by units that can fly. So if you have a model with a fly keyword like this Demon Prince here, who has, for this tactical situation, wings, alright, he's got a jump pack here that allows him to fly, that counts as wings, he can charge this flyer and fight it. Whereas if he did not have his wings or his jump pack in this case, then he would not be able to. So we're going to say the overwatch has already happened, and he's going to make this charge here. He's going to declare this as a charge target is within 12 inches. So we can see here from my 6-inch combat gauge here. So he just needs to make a charge. So there's the roll, 4 inches. 4 inches gets him, well, it easily gets him within an inch of the enemy base into combat with this flyer. And he can only do this because he has the fly keyword. So if this was a chaos flyer and I had my smash captain out here, my smash captain could do the same thing. So that is how fly helps you with dealing with these models, these flyer models. With the airborne keyword is that fly allows you to charge them and destroy them in close combat, which flyers are not usually used to. So there you have it, folks. That is how you use the fly keyword in the charge phase in the game Warhammer 40,000. If you want to know more about Dankless Wargaming, please check the description below. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and share. Till next time, I'm Bailey, reminding you that if your list starts to tank, then it is time to get dank.